Now, clearly here with the Ten of Swords being the overall, I think what we're trying to avoid is another painful ending in regards to this relationship. But there is a lot of misunderstanding and miscommunication here. And I don't feel like it's not one person's fault or the other. I don't think that blame goes on both sides here. But I think that this is probably something that has ended very painfully before. But maybe now, we're trying to get past that. But the difficulty, though, before you hit this place of like closure and understanding is, because of somebody else being defensive when they shouldn't be. And I don't think that you're backing down by any means, but I do think that you may be taking things the wrong way. But it may be because of the way that they're like acting or speaking toward you. Now, I find it interesting that temperance is continuously showing up for everyone. This with the Page of Cups is like you're trying to keep your own inner balance and equilibrium while they're trying to figure out their own emotions. With the Page of Cups, this could be about them communicating some new feelings to you, or expressing the way that they feel about you, but you're not really getting carried away with it because there's already, this Ten of Swords kind of like looming over the situation. But I feel like that's related to the past because the past seems to be an issue coming out. With the Five of Pentacles, I think that initially you're going to reject it or you're going to reject them. And I feel like the reason is because things ended in a difficult way before because they didn't really, bring you into their life, so to speak. Or, with the Knight of Pentacles, though, I feel like for you, you're not... I don't think that you're really wanting to be involved with this if they're not going to get going on this relationship. Now for some of you, it could just be that there are some things that you feel like you're being pushed out of that they need to work on, and it's kind of like slow and steady for them. But what I don't like is the way that they're being defensive coming out of that with the Seven of Wands because of the way that you're taking it with the Five of Swords. That is really bad misunderstanding. And the depiction in that card bothers me, though, too, as far as that goes. Defending their choices, defending themselves, you feeling like they got what they wanted from you and left you hurt. And I feel like I said that with the Ten of Swords, you've already experienced this with them. But the interesting thing here is that you get to a place of closure. And with the past coming through, it may be that they kind of go back to past feelings, or it's about them needing to walk away from past issues, especially with that Ten of Swords being there. For you, with your past, though, it's about getting back to a place of balance and equilibrium, which I think is very delicate for you right now involving this person. And the Hierophant, and there you are, right? Wanting something traditional, wanting that commitment. That is what the Hierophant represents to me when we're looking at relationships. But there needs to be closure. And I do feel like you get it. But what is the issue with the past? That's what I'm looking at here. But, the Five of Pentacles, though, feels a little bit different to me. Like, I feel like for some of you, it's you're rejecting this person or the way that they're talking to you, especially if you feel like they're not in control of their emotions or they're being emotionally naive and not really doing what they say. And maybe they just may be dragging ass. But, if they're communicating to you in the Page of Cups way, then I would expect things to start progressing here, not slowing down. And that may be where the problem is here. And then the Six of Pentacles. You're still willing to give, but I still feel like there's a part of you that's like not only wanting security from this person, but then you're also wanting to feel secure with yourself. Like, trying to make them understand that maybe you don't really need this or need them, but what you do need if you're going to be involved with them is at least some level of security when it comes to this and a level of commitment. So with the Eight of Cups, I feel like this has to do with them. Now, for you, with the Ten of Cups, this is about the happily ever after, right? Having absolute happiness with this relationship. But, that only comes through commitment. But for them, they need to stop investing in bullshit from the past. That's what I feel like that's about. There are some things that they need to move on from. And I don't think that it's them moving on from, this happiness that can be had within this relationship. I think this is outside things. Now, with the Two of Swords, right, you may be coming off as the Queen of Pentacles, and that may be where they're having a problem, deciding on whether or not to move on from their past, their issues from the past. And then not only that, but the past that may involve the both of you having a really difficult kind of like ending, abrupt ending, right? Almost. But it's mainly because you're showing that you're strong, like you're okay regardless, right? Like you don't need them, but they may not understand that you still want this. And that may be the problem here, but they're trying. They're trying. Now, I think that for some of you, you're dealing with somebody that needs to stop ignoring the things that they're investing to that are not helping the relationship or getting closure here, and that they need to move on from the past. But like I said, with the Star, it looks good. And with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you're still willing to give. But then also for me with that one, it's like, you have to show me something here. Because for some of you, you may have given everything you absolutely can to this, but, especially considering the fact that communication is very strained before this point, I need to see something from you that says that we're getting closure on some issues, whether it's their issues from the past situations that have nothing to do with you, or if it's about this Ten of Swords. But it's about healing those issues and getting some closure, absolutely, right? But then there's also, the want to have a commitment and understanding, but in a good way, right? Like having things move forward in a good way where this is no longer the overall here, and it's not like looming over the both of you. And then the Four of Cups. Maybe you guys just need to spend some time together. Now, what I worry about here coming out is somebody looking in on someone else's relationship because things are getting to a place of like blah, stagnant, routine with the Four of Cups. The way that you come into this with the Queen of Pentacles, I think that for some of you, you're fine on your own and you're fine with, just kind of having fun. Now, this could be with one person in particular here where there's not anything really serious. You can satisfy yourself. You may be, focused on other things like your career. But with the Four of Wands, right, it's just we're having fun. That's it. Now, with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, there's definitely like, this romance here. The Five of Pentacles is the classic romance, but with the Nine of Wands, you're talking about somebody who's trying to fix something before it's too late. But it does become a little bit too late though, with the Five of Wands and the Four of Cups, and I think you're okay with this kind of like classic romance, but again, it's just fun for you. Now, this may be the other way around, right? But I don't know. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is you. But, right, like if you're wanting things to go in a better way, you have to spend some time together with honeymoon, I think. Or we're talking about the honeymoon phase being over with. But I don't know that you were fully committed to this person to begin with. But things get stagnant coming out. And somebody else, whether it's you or the other person, is looking in on, other people. And then the Three of Wands. And, what I feel like here, because of the Five of Wands, if we're talking about somebody who's looking in on another relationship, I think that this may be you kind of realizing that you may have had feelings for somebody and they still have feelings for you. But the person that you're currently dealing with here, I don't think is doing it for you with the Four of Cups being here. Now with the Queen of Swords, right? If we are talking about somebody that you may have been dealing with before, the Queen of Swords would suggest that you're looking at them like they've done something to hurt you, but you're still looking at, a past situation that didn't go so well with someone. And that may be why you're kind of like the Queen of Pentacles. Like if I'm, getting involved with other people, it's just for fun. It's nothing serious for you because you know that you're still focused on somebody else, and specifically somebody from the past. But I feel like they were the ones that did something to hurt you. Now, with the Two of Pentacles, you're talking about, the classic romance here and somebody trying to fix some kind of issue. But with the Two of Pentacles, it's like somebody who doesn't feel like they have the right to, come up to you or say something to you. Embarrassment comes up with the Two of Pentacles. And this could be about this other person, right? Who's been kind of watching you and kind of having fun, right? I almost feel like you have somebody that's trying to stop a situation from escalating past that Five of Pentacles, right? Like you may find yourself in like just a classic romance. But the thing is, you're still in the mentality of, I'm just having fun. Or is this about somebody who finally gets the nerve here to try to fix things with you and you get back to this place of classic romance, right? Now, with the Three of Wands, like I said, I feel like, for those of you who are kind of bored with the way things are going in your love life or bored with a person in particular, like I feel like this is, kind of keeping an eye on what's going on with another person, them, you. And I do think that it's about the other person keeping an eye on you and what you're doing in your love life. But you still feel the same way about each other, Wow, Taurus, in honeymoon, right? Like, it may be the end of the honeymoon phase, but it's also about kind of getting back to that place, though, too, I feel like, for some of you. Interesting. Very interesting. And then the Three of Pentacles. You need more. You need more from them. The Star and the Nine of Swords. For some of you, you may have had an on-again, off-again relationship, and there are a lot of difficulties surrounding that. But the Star would suggest that there is a hope that there will be healing with whatever issues you've had in the past. The Nine of Swords is one of those cards where you're getting back together with somebody, but it's not exactly like the greatest thing. It's not the ideal situation. There are definitely some things that need to be talked about. Now, with the Ten of Cups, the problem is that somebody is not as happy as the other person, but the other person, has no clue. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's because they just feel like there isn't enough passion or somebody isn't trying hard enough. And with the Hangman here, there's still very much, a bond between the two of you, being bound to each other, right? But it's also somebody who needs to kind of get over some issues. And another person may be waiting for them to do that. But you need more. With the Three of Pentacles, that may be what you're waiting on, is for somebody to kind of get over, what's going on with them and give you some more than just a physical connection, more than just sex, right? With the Three of Pentacles, you're talking about warmth in a relationship. I need some understanding, some caring, and some warmth from you. The Seven of Cups, right? The thing is, though, is that the reality is not living up to the fantasy, and somebody is not being very realistic about how the other person is feeling here. And they're not trying hard enough. I think that you're looking at them like they're not trying hard enough, but you're not letting go of the relationship, but they need you to, you need them to give you a little bit more. Oh, the Two of Swords. Taurus, I'm sorry. I have to laugh because I feel like this is you. Like, I'm not going to accept your offers anymore until you give me what I need. And I have clearly decided now what I want, and what I need is more warmth and understanding from you. Okay? Don't play with me anymore. That's what I feel like coming out. If it's not exactly what you want, I don't think that you're going to accept it. There is, definitely a situation here that needs to be fixed, but it's the other person's responsibility to fix that. And I don't think that they're trying hard enough. And I think they're oblivious to the fact that you may not be happy. There's still hope, though, that this situation can be healed. But with the Two of Swords, yeah, I feel like that's you. Like, I'm not playing with you anymore. If you're not going to fix those issues, I'm not going to be open. But you need to be understanding and understand where I'm coming from, right? But like I said, I don't feel like this relationship is over or anything like that. I just think that, you're not going to play games with them anymore, right? But once you clearly decide what you need from them, that's when that's going to start to show up.